second football video. We are going back to the Draftkings.
Yeah.
It's just a good way to bet. You know, we like to bet.
We do. Yeah, we like to play these games where we've got a little bit of money on the line, especially anything involving fantasy football. It certainly kind of piques our interest. So we thought maybe you guys would enjoy a video where we pick two teams and we kind of see how things play out on Draftkings.
Feel free to comment. Let us know where we might have hit a big miss or where you think it was a great pick.
Yeah. And maybe comment on the new logo.
Yeah, what do you think about that? This is actually
cool.
Chad and I's arms.
No. 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 No.
All right, Chad. Why don't you start us off with your quarterback choice?
Yeah, okay. So I'm a little sentimental towards this quarterback, so that's why I picked him. He's actually on my ESPN fantasy football team, and he really struggled last week. Mainly because Gurley just played so well. So of course you know who I'm going to pick. I took Jared Goff at quarterback. He was $6,600, which I'm kind of new to this whole DraftKings thing. He was the top quarterback to take, but I really feel he's going to have a bounce back week this week and really kind of go off fantasy football wise.
Yeah, I think that's a great pick.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Because you're going to beat me, or because you?
Yes. So I went a little cheaper with my quarterback.
Okay.
I went with Drew Brees.
Great pick.
Which he only cost me $5,700. I thought coming off of a bye week.
Yep.
He's got weapons downfield. They just got Ingram back, which he looks great with Ingram back. The play action opened up.
He did.
I'll keep it going, and I'll give you my first running back that I chose to take. If you read my articles on FF Dynasty 260, you know where I'm going with this one, and that's Kerryon Johnson.
Out of Detroit.
Out of Detroit. He is another player who's coming off of a bye week. I'm pretty big on trying to pick those players up. I think that whole week gives them a benefit. I think Kerryon Johnson is the player to have in the backfield of Detroit. I think their offense is going to move the ball, and he could see a couple goal line touches.
Okay.
He was only $4,500, so he was one of my cheaper plays. I'm also trying to find some cheaper plays so I can save up for maybe a big stud later on. Who was your running back number one, Chad?
Bigger name. Okay. Certainly proven success, not coming off the bye week, but I went with the former Buckeye. Went with Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay.
Yeah. Went with Elliott. Very expensive, $8,100. But he is the primary source of their scoring on the Cowboys team. I don't think Cole Beasley is going to have near the game he had last week.
No.
They're going to control the tempo of the game, and one way to do that is to give it to the running back. So again, I think Elliott is a great pick. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think he's a great pick.
I actually love that pick.
Okay.
I think the Dallas Cowboys offense changes tremendously when they continue to force feed Elliott.
Yep. Yes.
Second running back.
Second running back. Ended up going with the guy out of San Francisco, Matt Breida, who I think is healthy.
He is healthy.
Quarterback situation there. Again, I'm not quite sure if they're going to go to, Garcon and Goodwin. I think they're two wide receivers, primary wide receivers there. Obviously, Kittle, great tight end. But Breida's kind of that guy that he's the primary running back in San Francisco. He's going to catch a lot of passes out of the backfield. He's also going to run the ball quite a bit.
He was the leading rusher in the NFL for the first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
I wish I would have known that, so I could have said that. But thank you. Yeah. I just think value-wise, $5,300. I thought good pick.
Yeah, it is a good pick.
They're going to be. Their offense is going to have to be on the field. I think he's going to have to be a primary option.
I like it.
There you go.
I like it.
Breida. How about you?
My second running back that I chose to go with is actually probably going to be a very common play in DraftKings this week, specifically because of what their team announced with the supposed starter. So I went with Tevin Coleman. He was $5,100. The Falcons just announced that Devonta Freeman is going on IR. So Coleman should be the guy that'll get it. Ito Smith will come in and take some of those goal line touches, which honestly I'm okay with. If you follow the Falcons offense, Julio Jones hasn't scored a touchdown yet, and he's the second highest fantasy scoring wide receiver. So I'm okay with that. I think Tevin Coleman will be able to find a couple catches out of the backfield, be able to run pretty well. He's the more explosive back.
Right.
I think in that game particularly, there'll be a lot of offense.
Yeah, volume.
Yep. Jumping down to the receivers, I'm going to stay in a different matchup, but the same kind of thing, same kind of premise, high volume, and I'm going to go with Mike Evans as my #1 receiver. 7,700. I know it costs a little bit more money, but I did try and save money by finding value cheaper in the running backs area. Mike Evans is Winston's #1. Winston had a huge week last week. I think he's going to continue that and kind of start force-feeding Evans. I think Evans will get close to 10 to 12 targets this game.
Wow. Yeah. Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry.
Somehow I knew, I was going to guess that.
And I'm a Browns fan, so a little partial to Jarvis Landry. Also had a horrible game last week.
He did not look good.
And I think that's an anomaly. And I think that this next game, they're going to go after him even more than they did last week. I think he's going to have a higher volume of targets. Probably not as comparable as Mike Evans. I don't know, 10 to 12, but I think they're going to hit him out of the slot, and they're going to get him involved because he's a dude that if he's not involved, he lets everybody know. And he's the most talented player offensively, arguably on their team.
Yeah,
I mean, I love Carlos Hyde, but let's be honest, you get the ball to Jarvis Landry, you're going to have some explosive things happen, and I feel like he's going to be that guy for the Browns this week.
How much was Jarvis Landry?
So he was $7,300.
Okay. All right, I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what you kind of did with Jarvis Landry for my wide receiver 2. I'm going to try and find that possession receiver that's going to get a lot of targets. And I went with Michael Crabtree for Baltimore.
Okay.
He costs $5,100. Yep, $5,100. This is a player who's received, on average, 9 targets a game so far, up to this point.
Wow.
Baltimore is playing at home this week. They're playing against New Orleans, so it should be a game where they want to keep their offense on the field, which would be finding a possession receiver. The emergence of John Brown, which is a deep downfield threat, has kind of opened up that middle area for Crabtree, and I'm willing to pay $5,100 if I know he's going to get 9 targets a game.
Smart pick.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. I would go to my second wide receiver, but I'm actually going to go to my third one because I picked Crabtree as well.
You did?
Yeah,
Okay.
$5,100.
Wow, it's unbelievable.
I mean, why not?
Same exact idea. I think
Yeah.
idea that you had. I think New Orleans is going to force Baltimore to score, and New Orleans is going to score a ton, I think, on Sunday. So I think that's going to force Flacco to throw it. I think one guy's going to hit who consistently gets open. He's got great hands, proven.
Yeah.
Is Crabtree. So not much to say other than what you said. Perfect.
Great minds think alike.
I agree.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. Okay, so now do you want me to give you my other wide receiver?
Yeah, why don't you do
Okay.
that?
So I went with actually my second wide receiver is Golden Tate,
Great pick.
Lions receiver.
Yeah.
I thought it was a value at $6,400, and again, high volume, gets in the end zone. He's the go-to guy. Yeah.
I'm gonna go just slightly cheaper, so he's probably in the same sector as what few players might be thinking of looking at Golden Tate. I'm gonna go with Alshon Jeffrey at $6,300.
Yeah.
So really, in the grand scheme of things, those two players are kind of comparable. You have Jeffrey, who came off of injury, and I think just watching the Eagles' offense, it's changed so much with the J.I. on IR, and then when Jeffrey came in, they just kind of become more reliant upon Wentz. And lately, he's been going to Jeffrey. Jeffrey's been averaging 10 targets a game since he returned. So I just think that if I can find that, kind of like what you're doing with Golden Tate, find that player that Wentz is kind of beginning to trust and pay for it and just take it and run, baby.
Take it and run.
Take it and run.
I like that. I'm going to go tight end.
Yeah, let's do it.
Value, value, value.
Oh, here we go.
$3,000.
$3,000.
I think, unless that's a typo, $3,000. Benjamin Watson.
Okay.
Benji out of New Orleans. I didn't know who else to pick. I didn't have a lot of money. I spent it all on my flex and my defense. So I ended up going with Benjamin Watson. Drew Brees is going to throw it a ton.
Yeah.
The argument is he's going to be open every once in a while. Maybe he gets lucky, he scores a touchdown. They do target him in the end zone.
Yeah, they do.
But certainly not like the flashy, sexy name that everybody wants. But
Not Kelsey, but I mean, I'm in the same boat when it comes to tight ends. Most of them are going to be touchdown reliant. So you just kind of hope maybe you pick one cheaper and that has a good quarterback, can throw it a lot in a big high-scoring game.
Sure.
All right, so for my tight end, I do like what you're kind of talking about, trying to find that tight end. Most tight ends, unless what you said, unless you take the sexy pick, it's it's kind of relied upon getting a touchdown.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Outside of Kelsey and Ertz,
Right.
you're
Excellent
not
target.
Yeah, you're not going to get a lot of targets unless it's in the red zones.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with David Njoku. He's
Njoku?
the Joker. That's what they call him.
Why so serious?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't.
Start calling him that, Cleveland. Start calling him that. But he did cost me $4,200.
Okay.
A little more expensive, but I think he's big. He's athletic.
Yeah.
Baker kind of likes him.
Does. A lot of
So
upside.
I'm gonna go with it. It is kind of a risk. Once again, it's not one of the big sexy names, but
Right. I love Njoku.
yeah,
Favorite tight end in the
Cleveland
league.
fan.
Oh yeah, love it.
So-
Love it. A lot of upside on that guy.
I think so as well. I'm
Yeah.
hoping so.
Yeah. Flex. Onto the flex.
We can go on to the flex.
Yeah. So
The flex.
the flex. So this guy, I really normally would not pick him.
Okay.
Let me preface that before
Sure.
I say this. However, I just traded for him
Okay. In fantasy.
in fantasy.
Okay.
Just put him on my team. I'm hoping we get the old version of this guy,
Okay. I know exactly.
LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah.
Now, he was $5,600. And again, kind of in that moment where I had to like make some financial decisions because I've already spent a lot of money on some of the bigger names. But I think McCoy could be a big name.
He has a terrific matchup.
Great matchup. I think he's got a chance to maybe get back to the old McCoy. He's gonna be targeted a ton.
Mm-hmm.
New quarterback in
Yeah.
Buffalo. A
Yeah.
dude who likes to sling it.
Yeah.
Tall, drink of water.
Yes, he is.
You know something about that.
Preach
So
it.
I think McCoy is going to be heavily involved, which he should be.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to score a ton of points. I'm praying.
Need him to.
So, LaShawn McCoy.
Buffalo needs him to.
Oh, yeah.
Going against Indy,
Right.
I mean, if he can't score points this week,
Right.
you gotta go.
Yeah, but he can't. I can't. I don't have anyone else. But
He's
yeah,
gotta go.
gotta go. I
Yeah.
love LaShawn McCoy.
So that was a great running back flex. I do like it,
Yeah, I know, but
but I was able to save some coin, and I put it all on this spot. I bought
On the flex.
second most expensive player in Draftkings
Holy cow.
overall. I went with Saquon Barkley.
wow.
So I did save up some money. He is
Wow.
going to cost me quite a lot,
Yeah.
$8,900.
Holy cow.
Yes. I don't know. I just watched the Giants game and I watched him play and I just thought, this guy can do everything. He catches it. I mean, he's so elusive when he gets around the corner. Also, his matchup against the Atlanta defense,
That's good.
Atlanta, little fact for you, has given up 30.2 points to opposing pass-catching running backs.
Wow.
So,
Did your research.
I did on that. I wanted to make sure if I'm going to drop this amount of money,
Yeah.
I got to make sure I'm going to get something that I need to pay for.
That's a great flex.
So,
I like it.
here's hoping. Here's hoping it pans out.
What are you hoping? I mean, he's a stud.
He is a stud. All right, so I did spend a lot of money on my flex,
A ton.
a ton. So with that, I don't have that much money left. I'm kind of now in the same boat that you were facing earlier with the pinch. So I went with a swing for the fences. I went with a defense that not many people are going to pick because of what happened last week, Chad.
Okay.
When a backup quarterback, Brock Osweiler, came in and just smoked the Bears defense.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go back to him.
Bears.
Yeah, I know. I know Tom Brady is coming to town, bringing that swagger.
Against the
I know.
Patriots.
I know, but they cost me $2,500. I just feel like if I need to take a risk on a defense, I'm going to take Khalil Mack and do it. But I know that many people are going to be thinking, you're an idiot.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
And around.
I think you might be thinking that,
Yeah, man.
going against Tom Brady. So,
Yeah. Now, weather related though.
Here's
Pray for a snowstorm.
come on, baby.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
It's a risk.
How much did that cost you?
$2,500.
Okay, $2,500. Well, I spent a little bit more. I spent $100 more, $2,600,
Okay.
and I went with the Eagles defense.
So So this is where you make me look stupid right now.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a great pick.
Yeah.
Should have probably explored
I
that.
don't know if it's a great pick or not, but it is a proven defense. They are banged up. They do have a few guys that are questionable for Sunday's game, but I just feel like the Eagles have a proven track record. I feel like for the money that I'm going to spend on them, I think it's well worth it, and they play Carolina. Now, hear me, I am not a Cam Newton fan. I feel like Cam Newton is, please, if he's watching, I don't want to disrespect you. I think Cam Newton's a bit of a...
No, why don't you talk to Cam?
Cam, I think you're kind of a flaky quarterback.
Okay.
It's just, and if anybody disagrees with me on that, I think that they're wrong too. I mean, you just never quite know what he's going to do. I don't feel like that offense.
You're going to do, Cam.
What you're going to do, Cam? And I don't feel like it's really a solidified offense.
Yeah.
You know, Greg Olson's coming back off an injury, but Cam Newton really hasn't targeted him much. Their wide receivers, although I am a fan of Devin Funchess, I don't feel like Cam really explores that offense like he should. And I think the Eagles have kind of typecast the Carolina Panthers. They know what to expect out of him. They know how to pressure Cam Newton. They've done a very good job of it in the past. So I just feel like the Eagles, it's a solid D. $2,600.
I like my team better.
Well, of course you do.
Yeah.
Of course you do. I think my team is slightly better, slightly more concise. And, I don't know if that's the right word to use there, concise. Complete is probably what I'm looking for. More complete.
There we go.
Top to bottom. I don't feel like we got a lot of holes on my team.
There we go. There we go. Why don't you guys comment below?
Yeah.
Preferably before the games start, not afterwards after you already know that my team won. And just tell us which teams you think are better. What do you think about that, Chad? I bet you, Chad, that I get more comments stating that my team is better.
Okay. Without like bribing people to do it?
No, I can't pay our followers.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
no.
yeah. Okay, I mean, I'll take that bet.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so let us know below whose team you think is better.
Yeah, including mine.
All right.
Well, hey, thanks guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy it, consider subscribing, and then also consider,
Smashing that like button.
smashing that like button. And yeah, we'll see how this plays out.
I like it.
All right, man.
I like it.
See you guys next time.
Hey, see ya.